Now let's talk about the middle of the night, right? So, by the way, do you have this as an issue? Has this happened to you before?
It happens sometimes, and it's typically when like my sleep is somewhat disordered or disruptive, or when there's really something on my mind.
Yes. So that precipitory anxiety, like before flight, like if I have an 8 o'clock in the morning flight, like I sleep like shit the night before because I'm constantly worried about that, right? But a lot of times what people do normally is they just wake up in the middle of the night and they can't return to sleep and they're really not sure why. So number one, there's biology involved. So your core body temperature rises, and when it hits a peak, it drops. That drop is then a signal to your brain to release melatonin, right? Again, the key that starts the engine for sleep. However, your core body temperature continues to drop. By the way, this is the reason why we tell people you want to sleep in the cool, not the warm environment. Because again, your core body temperature is dropping. If it's too hot, your core body temperature can't go down and you can't get to sleep.
Which tracks with evolution.
Exactly. So here's where it gets interesting, is it keeps going. And then at some point in time, your body has to heat up. And if it doesn't heat up, you go hypothermic. Guess what time that is? Between 1 and 3 o'clock in the morning.
Oh, your body starts heating up at 1 and 3 o'clock.
Every single person's body on Earth does this. Everybody on Earth wakes up between 1 and 3 o'clock in the morning. However, most people burp, roll over, get comfortable, and fall back asleep in 30 seconds. However, there's a select group of people who end up being my patients who don't have that, and herein lies the problem. So here are the steps you want to take in the middle of the night to be able to solve this issue. So number one, don't go pee. I know. People are like, what? What are you talking about, Michael? So here's what ends up happening is when people wake up in the middle of the night, they say to themselves, well, I'm up, I might as well go pee. Right? Here's the problem. Remember, I told you the big metric was in order to enter into a state of unconsciousness, you need a heart rate of 60 or below, right? What do you think happens to your heart rate when you go from a lying position to a seated position to a standing position? You walk across the room. Your heart rate goes straight up. So what we want to do is keep your heart rate down. So if you don't really have to go to the bathroom, don't go to the bathroom. 75% of people sleep on their sides and they kind of squunch up, which means they're putting pressure on their bladder. So my guess is that most of those people, if all you did was when you woke up is lie and get on your back for about 25 seconds and see if you still need to pee. If you don't need to pee, stay in bed and keep your heart rate down. If you need to pee, please go pee, right? If you're going to go to the bathroom, have a strategically placed night light along the way so you don't have to flip on the light in the water closet, because if you do that, you just told your brain it's morning and it stops producing melatonin. But let's say you don't have to pee. The second thing, don't look at your phone. Now, this turns out to be very difficult for 99% of the people out there, because the first thing they do is they grab their phone and they head to the bathroom, right? And they're either checking emails, looking at Facebook or Twitter or whatever social media they're on.
Or just trying to figure out what time it is.
And that's where the problem is as soon as you